Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I am Marty Ann and this is my husband Andre.
Hello.
Today we're going to be sharing a topic that we hear about it all the time. And it's called communication. Guys, do we really know how to communicate? Do we know what it takes to communicate? Do we know how to listen when it comes to communicating?
In marriage or relationships, you'll find it very important to communicate.
Yes, very important to communicate. But first of all, you got to know how to communicate.
It has its value.
So here we go, guys. When expressing yourself in marriage, you got to know how to communicate. Don't assume your spouse know what's going on.
And when you're positive, don't use the word you and dissociate yourself with I. What am I doing?
Yeah, when you go to somebody and say, you doing it, just go to, here's an example. When I tell my husband sometime about weight issues, I don't go to him and say, you need to lose weight. I go to him, I say, honey, we need to stop drinking so many sodas. Or, honey, we need to stop eating red meat, so much red meat. I always try to say what we need to do. And instead of just saying, you don't need to do this, you don't need to do this.
Right.
He may do it more, but I always say, honey, we need to stop.
And when she does that, I'm more receptible to receive it because the way she put it. And so it kind of opened me up and just to realize that what she's trying to say, that I need to be more healthy.
Yeah. So, it's knowing the words to say, how to communicate. Mm-hmm. So, be open. Did you know the average couple spend about 20 minutes talking to each other weekly?
Wow.
Hey, we read that. We said, wow. So, we have to be intentional in conversating with our spouse, making time for each other. We got to ask questions. Baby, how was your day?
Wow. 20 minutes, that's mind-boggling.
Yeah. How do you get anything done? And that's all the little time you talking.
And I'm looking at this situation saying that I'm married, I'm living with her, and I just spend 20 minutes a week talking to her.
Now, they said that's the average. They said that's the average couple. Now, my husband and I, sometimes I have to tell him, honey, you need to stop reading the news all the time. He like to come in and, of course, I let him unwind and relax.
No, you don't.
I let him, because, we have to eat dinner. And then it'll be bedtime before you know it. So I guess that's why they said, people don't spend a lot of time talking. But, it'll be bedtime before you know it. And, hey, we'll be sleeping and getting ready for the next day. But be intentional with your marriage.
That's right.
Make time for each other to talk to each other. See what's going on. If you may need to get something out at a time, so make sure you try to communicate.
When you're wrong about communicating with whether it's your coworkers and you fail to deliver the message to them, it can cause problems. It can cause a rift in the relationship as far as the home, the job, anything. And you don't want that, because a lot of us, we know how to communicate, but still we lack communication skills.
Right, we lack communication skills. So, just like my husband was saying, on a job, you can't assume no one knows what you're feeling. You can't assume I thought you knew. You got to be vocal, speak up. If something bothering you, speak up about it. Make sure that the other person know what's going on. Don't assume anything, because thinking somebody else, that can get you in a lot of trouble, and it can cause something bad to happen, or unnecessary arise of could come into an argument.
Right.
And so you want to avoid these by all means.
Well, when speaking of arguments, that sometimes communication can be an argument, but it's not necessary to have that argument because we're not hearing each other. We're not listening to each other because of the fact that we're raising our voice. We're undermining the other, and at the same time, it's just a lot of confrontation with it. So you're not really receiving this. Just take a deep breath, listen to what your spouse has to say, and to try to understand where she's coming from. Then that door will open and you'll find out exactly what she meant or he meant.
Here are some tips to help when you communicate with each other. First, talk face to face. Be present in the conversation. Secondly, be honest. Be honest with one another. Open up. If you got something to say, make sure that you're putting it out on the table. No interruptions. When they speaking, let him or her speak. Get whatever out on their mind. Leave the table open for them to speak. Okay? Listen. Be able to listen. And another thing, you got to check the body language to see if it's a good time to talk about a situation. Because you know, guys, when you got them vibes going, that body language, hey, you can say, oh, let me step back because this may not be a good time for that conversation you want to have. So sometimes, you got to watch each other body languages. Don't assume
Definitely no.
that he know what's going on with you or she know what's going on with you. You got to be able to communicate and talk about it and put it out on the table. Don't assume.
And remember, good communication is a foundation of a strong marriage.
Yes. But in our marriage, we had to learn. I had to learn. Mm-hmm. Because at first I think that he knew what was going on with me.
She shut it down.
Yeah. So you be saying, oh, he know what he did. No, he may not. So
give me the benefit of the doubt. It's just one of those things we have to do every day. We have to practice communication. And we have to work on it. You're not going to get it overnight, but
right.
You have to be willing to do what it takes to communicate.
Yeah, work on it. Baby, this is something, guys, this is something, we're on a journey. Mm-hmm. And marriage is hard. It's hard work. Meaning to say, when I say hard work, you got to put whatever you want in it. You got to put something in it. You got to work at it. You got to work at it. So when you work and you put something in it, you get good flowers on the other end. But if you don't put anything in it, eventually those flowers will die.
Well, that is so true. But just say if you do have problems, just come to yourself and talk to yourself, cool down. And then when you're ready to talk, open up and communicate. And sometimes an apology is necessary to do as well.
Right. Before you even open up to communication, you might have to apologize first. Mm-hmm. So just don't harden your heart about anything in a marriage. Don't say this person should do it. Just whatever it takes to make it work. If you like the content of this video, subscribe to my channel. Comment below, thumbs it up, and come back for another video so we can share on this thing called marriage. We're on a journey, guys. See you next time on our next video.
Get ready.
Bye.